6 summer blouses that make any woman look rich and expensive, even in the heat, even without spending a lot. Sounds like an exaggeration? Then pay attention to what I'm about to show you now. There's a code of elegance that the best-dressed women use without talking about it. It's not about brand. It's not about price. It's about the right choice, the right fabric, the right cut, the right detail. And when these elements come together in a simple summer blouse, the effect is immediate. People look at you differently, treat you differently, and can't explain why. In this video, you'll discover exactly what these 6 blouses are and what makes each one of them communicate silent elegance, even on the hottest days of the year. Blouse 1. The linen shirt with structured drape. Imagine 2 women walking into the same Sunday brunch. They're both in light, well-put-together clothes, but there's something different between them. One is wearing a white linen shirt, nothing spectacular at first glance, but she has a presence. The clothes drape well. It looks fresh, but it doesn't look sloppy. Light, but with form. The other is wearing a regular blouse in a thin fabric. She looks good too, but she doesn't have that presence. What does the first woman do differently? She understood what stylists call light summer structure. When linen has a good weight, not that linen that wrinkles all over and becomes transparent, it creates an organized silhouette, even in the heat. It looks natural, refined, and expensive without looking too put together. The tones that work best converse with the light of summer: warm white, off-white, sand, light blue, beige, sage green. Intentionally chosen colors. When you combine this shirt with wide-leg pants in the same family of tones and add caramel sandals and a structured bag, something interesting happens. The entire look seems more expensive than any individual piece. But here's the detail that most people get wrong with linen. The temptation is to wear it very wrinkled because it's natural like that. But there's a difference between wrinkled with intention and wrinkled with carelessness. And those who see it can tell, even if they can't explain it. The stylist's rule: in summer, the right shirt doesn't need to be tight to flatter. It needs to drape well. Blouse 2. The premium thick knit tank top. Now comes a piece that seems too simple to be elegant, and that's exactly why most women wear it wrong. The tank top. There's a huge difference between the home tank top and the tank top that looks like luxury minimalism. This difference isn't in the price. It's in 3 almost invisible details. The first is the fabric. Dense, substantial knit that doesn't become sheer or roll at the hem. The second is the strap. Too thin looks like underwear. Medium or wide straps, well positioned on the shoulder, look like the choice of someone who understands style. The third is the neckline. Clean, without waviness, without looseness. When these 3 elements are right, what stylists call a minimalist premium base happens. The tank top becomes the main piece of the look. Not a piece you wear because it's hot. An off-white, thick-knit tank top with beige wide-leg pants, a caramel belt, and nude sandals. Magazine look with simple pieces. A chocolate brown tank top with a white midi skirt and a structured bag. Mature elegance with presence. The rule: a tank top only looks rich when the fabric has weight and the finish looks flawless. But now comes a detail about necklines that almost nobody notices, and it changes everything. Blouse 3. The boat neck or bateau neckline blouse. There's a neckline that stylists consider one of the most sophisticated. It's on runways, on the best-dressed women, and it hardly ever comes up in conversations about fashion. It's the boat neck, the bateau neckline. That soft horizontal opening that shows almost nothing but creates an elegant frame for the face and shoulders. Stylists call it the noble horizontal line. When the neckline opens horizontally, not in a V, not in a deep round, it follows the natural line of the shoulders and creates a visual presence that looks architected. The face is framed, the posture looks better, and the look levels up without any extra effort. Think of an off-white boat neck blouse with a caramel midi skirt, nude sandals, and simple gold earrings. This look appears expensive, feminine, refined, and there's nothing obvious about it. It's elegance that people notice but can't name. The rule: to look expensive, show the décolletage with design, not with excess. And what comes now is a level above. There's a family of fabrics that stylists use to give a luxury appearance to any look, and in summer, it works in a way that very few people explore. Blouse 4. The matte satin blouse. Have you ever looked at someone and thought, that outfit looks expensive, without being able to understand exactly why? Many times, the answer is in the fabric. There's a family: matte satin, cold silk, satin crepe, with a special characteristic: they reflect light softly, discreetly, the kind of sheen that makes you think of Italian silk, of refined tailoring. Stylists call it controlled high-value shine. This shine illuminates, especially the face. A champagne satin blouse close to the face works as a source of soft light. It brightens the expression, softens the image, creates a presence that goes beyond the clothes. In summer, the tones that work best are those that don't compete with natural light. Champagne, ivory, sand, light blue, sage green, light caramel. A champagne satin blouse with white wide-leg pants and nude sandals looks like it's for an event, but it's simple enough for a lunch. A sage green satin blouse with a sand midi skirt and brown flats. Sophisticated summer with a discreet color. The golden rule: elegant shine looks like silk. Exaggerated shine looks like costume. Now there's a detail in long-sleeve blouses that most women ignore, and that's exactly where one of the biggest summer-style mistakes lies. Blouse 5, the structured short-sleeve blouse. Tell the truth. Have you ever looked at a blouse and thought it was simple, but when you put it on, it was completely different? More polished, more elegant, more expensive? Almost always the sleeve is responsible. There's what stylists call sleeve architecture, one of the most powerful and least talked about codes in fashion. The sleeve isn't just functional. It creates a frame on the shoulders, controls the volume of the upper body, and makes the posture look better. A dolman sleeve gives lightness and sophistication at the same time. A precisely rolled-up sleeve communicates intention. A sleeve with controlled volume creates presence without weight. In summer, when the temptation is to wear any blouse that cools you down, the right sleeve is what separates the elegant look from the unintentional casual. A white blouse with dolman sleeves and beige linen pants with caramel sandals. Fresh elegance for the heat. A sand blouse with wide short sleeves and white wide-leg pants with gold earrings. Simple, but with the finish of an expensive piece. The transformative rule: the right sleeve changes the level of the entire blouse. And now comes the code that I left for last, because it's probably the most powerful of all. And don't forget, you don't need a closet full of clothes to be elegant. You just need strategy. If you want to learn how to turn 15 pieces into over 150 elegant looks, the link to my complete guide is right below in the pinned comment. Download it and stop struggling in front of the mirror. And if you're watching on TV, just scan the QR code that appears on the screen or in the corner of the video. Blouse 6, the light-colored blouse with flawless finish. Here's something that few people consciously notice, but that everyone feels when they see it. Some women look illuminated, fresh, well cared for, and it's not always because of their skin or hair. It's because of the color they chose to wear close to their face. Stylists call it elegant chromatic luminosity. In summer, the right light colors work like a frame of natural light. Off-white, ivory, sand, light blue, butter yellow, sage green. They reflect sunlight softly and make the face look more rested, illuminated, elegant. It's no coincidence that the best-dressed women in summer almost always wear one of these colors close to their face. An ivory blouse with caramel pants and nude sandals with a structured bag conveys that rich woman feeling in a silent way, without shouting. A butter yellow blouse, not fluorescent yellow, butter yellow, with an off-white skirt and caramel sandals. Luminous, feminine, expensive look. But here's the mistake that completely destroys this code: wearing a light color with fabric that's too thin or transparent. Because then the color that should illuminate starts to expose, and the elegance disappears. The final rule: a light color only looks rich when the fabric doesn't deliver transparency or carelessness. Think about what you've seen here today: 6 codes that most people will never name, but that everyone notices. The structure of linen that creates presence without weight. The tank top that becomes the main piece with the right fabric. The neckline that frames the face with elegance. The shine that illuminates without shouting. The sleeve that architects the entire look. And the color that works as a frame of natural light. None of these codes require expensive clothes. They require a trained eye. And now you have that eye. Which of these 6 codes do you already use without knowing you were using them? Tell me here in the comments. I'm curious to know which one makes the most sense to you. And if you want to keep discovering these details that separate the ordinary look from the refined one, the next video will surprise you.